Andrew Richardson.
Andrew, thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me today. I appreciate it.
You said you were in the building. You happened to be in the building quite
I
a bit.
was. I was actually just meeting with Daniel Latore. I don't know if you know him.
Okay.
Down on the 34th floor.
Okay.
We've actually done some work with him a few months ago, and we placed somebody on his team
Oh, nice.
to help him out down there with his current projects he's got going
What
on.
type of spot?
So it's actually a financial data analyst.
Okay.
So they need somebody who's really good with technical skills within Excel and VBA to kind of help them with their pivot table that they have going on down
Okay.
there, to help them with their FP&A stuff that they got going on. So
Okay, great.
he's been on their books for maybe about 6 months now, so he's doing really well. So just
Excellent.
checking in on him to see how everything's going.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I wanted to take the time just to kind of learn a little bit more about your team and what you guys do, so that I know you guys said you're on a hiring freeze right now,
Yep.
but in case that lifts anytime soon, I can kind of be prepared for you guys to make sure that whatever your needs are, I'm prepared for.
Okay, so what do you guys do specifically?
So yeah, so Aston Carter, we work with a lot of the major investment banks in New York City. Amex is one of our preferred vendors as well. We also work with JP Morgan and Credit Suisse, place a lot of different kinds of people, like I said, financial data analysts, project managers, business analysts in the finance industry. We have about 10 recruiters on the finance team
Okay.
who have deep networks of people in all those different skill sets that I just mentioned. So I had worked with Ritu Prasad, like I said before, and Daniel Latore, and I know that their groups are a little bit similar to what you guys kind of do.
Mhm.
So they mentioned your name when I was in conversation with them, and they said that I might be able to help you out as well. So
Okay.
that's why I ended up giving you a call.
Great.
Cool. So like I said, just wanted to learn a little bit more about your team, what you
Sure.
guys got going on right now. So what current projects are you guys working on right now?
We have some compliance stuff going on. That's really where I specialize.
Great.
So as you know, in the industry, there's a lot of regulations, a lot of laws that continue to change and evolve. So
Awesome.
anytime something new kind of hits the docket, they
Sure.
kind of engage my team to kind of evaluate it and then see kind of from a corporate perspective how we're going to handle it, address it, and make sure that we're in compliance with the new laws and regulations.
So you guys are in charge of like implementing the new regulations and kind of making sure that every department is kind of in line with how they're going to proceed with that? I guess?
Yeah, so we evaluate the law and then
Okay.
kind of QC it to make sure that we
Okay.
have checks and balances in place to ensure that we're not at risk.
Cool, awesome. And so what kind of people do you have on your team that kind of are responsible for doing that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, mostly people that come from a compliance background,
Mhm.
specifically that have been involved in this type of work before.
Okay.
So it's not as common a background,
Mhm.
because these teams typically aren't that big within our competitors or other financial institutions. So
Sure.
if they have the experience, great. More so, interest and engagement in getting into that type of work
Right, okay.
is important for me as well. So we've seen a lot of success with people that want to transition into
So they don't,
this type of role.
so they don't have to have too much experience within compliance or anything like that
If
at all?
they know it, it
Just-
helps, but more
have a
so
passion
kind of
for it.
the attitude, because
Okay.
we have to learn the regulations every time, so
Mhm.
it's not like they're going to come here knowing the specifics of the regulations, so
Sure.
more the willingness to want to learn it.
So is it more of like I know compliance is kind of a big monster
Sure.
in and of itself. Is it more like of a KYC kind of thing where it's a lot of like document review and like reviewing a lot of things since it's not too in depth of a compliance position, I guess?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
more just
that's-
this general kind of
Yeah,
overview
exactly.
of what everything's going on. Okay. So of the people that are on your team, I mean, how many people do you guys have on your team?
Right now we have 7.
7 people, okay.
Yeah,
Is that including yourself?
No.
Okay. So 7 people, and are they all report to you?
Yes.
Okay. And are any of those people contractors at all?
No, we have another 5 contractors. Those are full time.
So, okay, these are 7 full-time, and then
Yeah.
you have 5 contractors on top of that?
Yeah, consultants.
Okay, and then how long have they been on your guys' books for?
About 9 months.
9 months, okay. And how did you guys end up bringing them on?
Through a private services company that
Private
specializes in compliance.
Okay,
Like I said,
cool.
kind of they come in, they can help manage the whole project, and
Sure.
we engaged with them.
Cool, awesome. Yeah, I know you guys use Adecco a little bit
Mhm.
too. They're kind of a larger company that you
Sure.
guys use, so I didn't know if there were any other vendors, any good
Yeah, no,
vendor
they're
systems,
not
so-
temps.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
temps,
they're not
okay.
like temporary
Okay.
employees. They're true consultants.
And so for this particular project, is there any kind of like timeline for when it's supposed to end or anything, or actually when did you guys start? I guess. is the
Yeah, I
question
mean it's
should
been
ask.
going on for about 9 months.
Mhm.
It's supposed to be 6 months, and then they keep kind of throwing additional stuff
Sure.
on our plate. So I don't see it ending anytime soon.
Okay, awesome. And are there any particular, I guess since you guys keep extending it, are there any particular like deadlines or anything like that?
Yeah, we just reached our first one, which
Mhm.
was the
Okay.
end of March. So we kind of reached that first touch point. We feel good about what we did, and then the next one I would say is July 1st is kind of the target date, but I could see it, even if we hit that number, probably going through the end of the year at this point.
Okay, cool. And I was going to say, like, do you have to meet that deadline for any particular reason, or I mean, you're kind of.
It's internal. Like,
Yeah.
hey, it's like we kind of mapped out a
It's a goal.
timeline to get this going. It's not like we're gonna get fined or anything
Sure,
like that if we
sure.
don't reach that. I
Okay.
would say if we don't have all this stuff in order by the end of the year,
Mhm.
that's when things will get a little bit hot.
So it seems like, I mean, since this was supposed to be a 6-month contract that you're on right now,
Mhm.
and it's ended up being 9 months right now, and you have
Sure.
another deadline coming up, and you said it might go till the end of the year.
Mhm.
Are there any issues you guys are having, or are there any needs? Is there anywhere where you're struggling at all, where the slack needs to be picked up, or anything like that at all?
There's a few people that we have, a few of the consultants that aren't necessarily working out to the level of my expectation.
Okay.
Like I said, when we engaged with this consulting company, they said that they were going to be able to handle a lot more than their people are being able to handle. So,
Okay.
yeah, there's some conversations that I'm having on the back end to either get them replaced or to just kind of eliminate them, and then we'll pick up the workforce.
Sure,
So
absolutely.
we're paying a pretty penny for those people. So.
Yeah, I'm sure, and you want to get everything out of them that you
Yeah.
expect, obviously. So, are they keeping in touch with them, or keeping in touch with you to make sure that they're doing everything they're supposed to be doing? Because it does seem like they are, I guess, from your perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard from like the guy who
No.
originally I spoke to. I'm
Mhm.
more just dealing with them on a day-to-day
Sure,
basis. So,
sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, engagement from that person could be a little bit better. I've complained to him a few times, but not much in terms of like the response.
So those particular people that you're talking about are the people who are the KYC analysts, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah, I mean, so from my perspective, I mean, KYC compliance is something that we definitely staff
Okay.
pretty regularly at a lot of our clients that we have. We haven't at American Express yet. We haven't really gotten to the compliance department yet, but JP Morgan, we're very heavily into their KYC and AML program, so we know that profile pretty well. And like I said, our team of recruiters have pretty deep networks of candidates who probably will meet those requirements that you're looking for.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't know if you would like to revisit any open positions.
Yeah, I
or,
mean, if you had good people, that would be. I would definitely take a look. Like I said, I'm not sure. I had to go through purchasing to get this vendor approved.
Sure.
I'm not sure kind of what your process looks like or whatnot, but I mean, if you have good, talented people, I would definitely take a
Yeah.
look at them.
So, I mean, like I said, we have that network, and what we do with all the candidates that we come across is we bring them through our own screening process to make sure that they meet the expectations that we have and what you have.
Okay.
So we make sure that we meet every single candidate that we have, make sure they're presentable, they're going to be professional in a professional environment, can interview. We also conduct professional references, 2 to 3 professional references of places that they've worked before.
Okay.
To validate obviously everything on their resume and make sure that what they're saying they can do is also true and that they did well at it. So we bring everybody through that process to make sure that they do the best that they can. Then once we actually get them in the position, we follow up with, I will follow up with you on a regular basis to make sure that they're meeting your expectations and doing everything that you would want them to be doing.
Okay.
And also my recruiters would be following up with those contractors, consultants as well, to make sure that everything's going well on their end as far as just meeting their deadlines. And if you gave me feedback about anything that needed to do any improvement or anything, I would be able to relay that over to my recruiter, and you'd be able to tell that contractor that, hey, this is an area where your manager feels like, that Ross feels like we need to improve a little bit.
Okay,
So
perfect.
pick up the slack there a little bit.
Great.
So, I mean, I'd love to help you guys out. Like I said, I mean, we have some experience in this area
Sure.
that I definitely think we can help you guys out with. So, I know you guys said you're on a hiring freeze right now, but
Yeah, this is a special project, so I thought you meant like temporary employees when you called. So this is like completely different than that. This is consulting. I have purchase order. I have my own budget to get
Okay.
this done.
Okay.
And it's a pretty high profile
okay, sure.
project for the company. So
Absolutely.
This is kind of outside the scope of that hire.
So this is something that we could impact right now?
Yeah,
potentially?
absolutely.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I can get my team started on getting candidates together as soon as possible, because
Okay.
since we already have candidates kind of in our networks, like I said.
Yeah, I would love to see a few people. That'd be great.
So yeah, I mean, as far as actual KYC experience, I know you said they didn't have to have too much experience within that, just more of a passion
Yeah.
of doing that kind of
Well,
work.
if you have people that have it, I would prefer that.
Yeah, I know, we definitely do. I just want to make sure, obviously, you get everything that you want.
Nope.
as far as years of experience or anything like that? Is there anything in particular specific there?
Yeah, I mean, the two people right now, they're like the higher level people that they sent us. So I have like 3 that are kind of lower to mid level.
Okay.
The 2 that aren't pulling their weight are the ones that have like the 5 to 10 years of experience, who
Okay.
are kind of supposed to be the leads.
Right.
So
Okay.
I would prefer at least one person that really knows what they're talking about and
Okay.
has 5+ years of experience in evaluating KYC and AML types of compliance data and information. And then the second one, I would say, I would be a little bit more flexible as long as they're kind of 1 to 2 years of experience in the industry. Doesn't necessarily have to be compliance. If they had compliance, I would prefer it, especially because we're seeing some pains with the people that we have.
Sure.
But yeah, 1 senior, 1 kind of
Okay.
intermediate level would be fine.
Sure, absolutely. And are these, everybody on this team kind of, I guess, are you guys paying everybody the same amount?
No, it's different.
It's all different,
Yeah.
so I mean, you'd probably be looking for somebody who,
Yeah, I think the higher level, we had the 2 higher level, and so
Mhm.
they're a specific rate, and then the 3 other consultants were
so I know,
different rate.
yeah, so I know we already have an agreement with you guys.
Sure.
Is there any particular, is there any rate that I guess you guys are billing?
What does the agreement say? Do we have any rates
So we
kinda
have-
already predetermined?
We
or-
have a standard rate, I
Okay.
guess, for you guys, our burdens and what it takes for us to actually employ these candidates.
Sure.
All the taxes and everything that go into it, our burden, I think it's about 20%.
Okay.
So that would factor in, obviously, but I mean, it's really up to you. I know, obviously, for this elite position, you probably want somebody a little bit more experienced, so they're gonna make a little bit more.
Okay.
In that position, I would think, as far as the market and other clients that we've had before, it's billing you guys maybe would be around $50 an hour,
Okay.
something like that,
That's for the.
for the lead person.
Okay.
And then for the lower level
That's
person.
great. I'm getting billed like $150 an hour. Right
Oh,
now.
really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, as far as the market's concerned, I mean, that's frequently what I see around that area.
Okay.
It could be a little bit lower than that, could be a little bit higher than that.
Sure.
5 years of experience, I mean, that's where I would think it would be
Okay.
as a better fit for you. The lower level one, I would say maybe we could bill you guys around like 40.
Hey, if you could find me 2 good people at $50 and $40 an hour,
I think we definitely could.
we're
Ding.
talking.
Mr. Ross, you have
Yes.
your next meeting soon.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, great. So if you can find me people at those rates, I'd love to see them.
Awesome. So is there, I know you have to leave, but I'll try to be quick here.
Sure.
Is there a time that I can follow up with you? Is there a time when you would like me to have these resumes over to you?
How quickly can you have them? Like I said, these 2 are kind of in limbo. If I had people to replace them, I'd get rid of them tomorrow.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, so today's Tuesday. I'm gonna get my team working on this right away,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try to have resumes to you by Friday.
Perfect.
So you can review them with your team. Maybe Friday. I'll get them to you Friday morning, so you can
Okay.
maybe review them on Friday afternoon.
Excellent.
And then is there a time that we could speak on Monday morning, potentially about how you feel about these candidates?
Yeah, give me the people on Friday,
Mhm.
and then I'll take a look at my calendar, and I'll let you know on Monday when we connect and catch up and get these going if they're good.
Sure. Yeah. Like I said, I'm in your building on Mondays and Tuesdays too, so I can even stop by and we can talk about it in person if that works for you.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Sure. So I'll stop by maybe like around 9 or 10 o'clock on Monday morning. Is that
Yeah,
okay?
why don't you? We'll figure it out on Friday. I got to see kind of what
Okay.
my next week looks like. But get me the resumes. I'll take a look, and then
Perfect.
we'll talk through.
Is there a
them
time I can get in touch with you on Friday that's best?
whenever you have the people.
Whenever I have them? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just give you a call
Yeah,
right away on
give
Friday.
me a call on Friday once you get them.
All right, awesome. Sounds great. So like I said, yeah, I'll get working on this right away,
Perfect.
and we'll get you those candidates over.
Excellent. Looking forward to it.
All right, Ross. It was
Thanks
great.
for stopping by.
Great meeting you. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Absolutely.